Good morning, I'm Teo Torres.
And I'm Deirdre Fitzpatrick. Let's go over to Tamara Berg now to get a check of what is coming weather-wise today.
Yeah, and it's cooler out there. You'll notice that change immediately as you step out the door. The skies have really cleared out, and that's the main reason why these temperatures are down this morning. Perched in the mid-50s right now in Sacramento. Winds are light. The sun comes up about an hour from now, roughly, and it looks like we'll hang on to these 50s at least through about 9 o'clock this morning. On our way into the upper 60s by 10 a.m. We'll have a light northwest wind to go along with today, with daytime highs peaking in the lower to mid 80s. But yeah, quite a plunge down, especially in the mountains this morning. 18 degrees cooler in Truckee, 10 degrees down in Yuba City, and running 8 degrees cooler out the door in Fairfield. Here's the reason why we've lost our blanket of clouds like we had yesterday, even with those passing showers first thing yesterday morning. Now the skies have really cleared out, and that is going to lead us into a pretty nice day ahead for the foothills, as again, you probably want the layer to start, but by lunchtime you probably don't need that layer, with temperatures moving to low 70s. We'll have daytime highs in spots like Auburn and Sonora, peaking in the upper 70s. Coming up in the full forecast, I'll take you through some changes I'm watching as we head through the weekend. Right now, Brian Hickey's watching your roadways. And Brian, what's out there?
Yeah, and here throughout Sacramento, we're off to a great start so far. Not a lot in the way of incidents. You can see Highway 50, Interstate 80, incident free there. Everything running in the green, which means no delays for you. And coming up I-5 and 99 out of Elk Grove, same story there, out across the causeway. Problem free as well all the way out through Davis if you're going east or westbound. 5 and 99 through Stockton, westbound Highway 4, all checking in with no delays there. Interstate 80 from Vacaville to Fairfield, we're looking at a 14-minute ride right now. 205 through the Triangle, as you can see there, just usual delays. And then Highway 50, a 10-minute ride out of Rancho Cordova. Interstate 80, 9 minutes from Roseville. 5 and 99, 11 minutes out of Elk Grove. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much. Well, today we expect to learn more about an investigation that impacted several streets in central Fairfield. Those streets were around Plumtree. They were shut down for several hours with a heavy law enforcement presence. Reopened about 9:45 p.m. However, Fairfield police have declined to give us any information about what was going on, only calling it an active investigation. As we get more information, we will bring it to you.
Davis police and school officials are working together to try to figure out who is behind bomb scares and delayed school twice over the last 2 weeks. They met in a closed session last night to talk about threats to the facilities. The threats were also made to the public library. The threats came in emails and shared similar anti-LGBTQ language. The police chief says that they are working with the FBI.
We're doing everything we can to do a workup on, potential senders, who's putting out the information, whether the same types of threats are being made at other schools across the country.
The chief says that they do not believe that the emails came from anyone within Davis, and all of the threats so far are unfounded.
Well, it's going to be a busy night for the city of Elk Grove. Council has some very important decisions to make. We do have team coverage for you this morning.
Leticia Ordaz is going to explain a plan for a winter shelter, but we'll start with KCRA3's Melanie Wingo. She's live at Elk Grove City Hall.
Well, city staff members are going to be submitting a project for reconsideration to the Elk Grove City Council. And according to the city, those city staff members are going to suggest that the city council give this project its approval. Finally, backing up just a bit, we want to show you a project rendering of the project in question. The proposed Oak Rose apartment project is a 67-unit permanent supportive housing project that would be built on what's now a vacant lot in Elk Grove's historic district. In July of last year, the city council voted against the project going in at the proposed spot and suggested looking for alternative sites. A few months later, the developers sued the city over that decision. And then in May of this year, California's Attorney General filed a lawsuit against the city as well. Both the project developers and the state seeking a court order approving the project, as well as attorney's fees and costs associated with those lawsuits. In light of all of this, the city of Elk Grove is now reconsidering the project, citing litigation deadlines, court dates, expenses mounting on the horizon. And so all of this is up for consideration at tonight's city council meeting. And this is expected to be a well-attended meeting, as there are heated opinions on both sides of this very contentious issue. Reporting live in Elk Grove, Melanie Wingo, KCRA 3 News.
All right, Melanie, thank you. Well, happening tonight, City of Elk Grove also will consider a plan to convert a building it already owns into a shelter for the homeless during winter months.
And that property is a former Rite Aid. It's out on Elk Grove Boulevard. KCRA3's Leticia Ordaz is live in Elk Grove now with details on that one.
Deirdre and Teo, good morning. There isn't much time to get this building up and running for the community. The city of Elk Grove wants to open it on November 1st. They want it to be a safe place for people to come here during the colder months so they don't have to sleep on the streets if they don't have a home. It will give temporary shelter and services to up to 30 people, and tonight the city will consider just who will partner with them to operate the temporary shelter. They say that group must follow the city's rules and keep the property a drug-free zone. Opening a shelter is not easy in any neighborhood, and officials say they are looking to make this a positive experience for everyone.
It often is a very tricky thing to locate a shelter. However, we are running this 24 hours a day, so folks will not all be entering at the same time or exiting at the same time, which we hope will reduce the impact on the neighborhood. And it is also, entry is by referral only. So folks have to be connected to either our homeless services navigator or another outreach worker in the community to get a referral into this shelter. You can't just show up there and hope to go in.
And city officials stress this is only a temporary shelter here on Elk Grove Boulevard. They cite this location, which used to be a Rite Aid, will be turned into a library, and construction on that will start next year. Reporting live in Elk Grove, Leticia Ordaz, KCRA 3 News.
And that shelter is going to stay open through the end of March. Elk Grove Police Department cameras, along with officers, will be monitoring the site for safety and security.
Well, parents met with school officials for a town hall meeting on special education within the Sacramento City Unified School District. This comes after a settlement was announced in May between the Black Parallel School Board and the district. A lawsuit was filed back in 2018. It claims students with disabilities were excluded and segregated from classrooms, wrongfully suspended or disciplined, and were not receiving necessary resources within the special education program. Town Hall allowed parents to weigh in on what that plan should look like.
I'm hoping the parents are encouraged to understand that there's something really happening, and that much of what's happening is going to be moved to the positive direction.
Recently we've had these great, I'd say, wins for our community, and this is one of them. And just understanding the historical wrongs, but also finally moving us in a direction where we can kind of start to fix, right those wrongs per se, and also move our community in a direction of building trust and hope, and honoring and dedicating our time to our students who need it the most.
Last night, the board approved an independent monitor for that program. They will now have 60 days to create an overall action plan.
Well, happening today, President Biden is set to attend a fundraising event in San Francisco as he continues his trip to California. Some video now of the president leaving his jet in Santa Clara County yesterday. He attended a fundraiser in Atherton. Tickets for that fundraising event range from $5,000 to $100,000. This is the second fundraising trip for the president to the Bay Area in just the last 3 months. Hollywood back in business this morning, at least behind the scenes.
Mike Cherry joins us in studio with an update on the return of writers finally, but there's a continued strike by actors, Mike.
Yeah, so starting at 12:01 this morning, Hollywood screenwriters were allowed to resume working once again. Yesterday, leaders of the Writers Union declared the nearly 5-month strike ended after board members approved a contract agreement with studios. Now, this tentative contract includes pay hikes, more benefits, protections against the studio's use of artificial intelligence, and guarantees for streaming compensation. The writers still have to ratify the contract themselves, but lifting the strike will allow them to work during that process. Now, while the writers can get back to work on shows that have stopped, there's no one yet to read their scripts on camera. The actors still on strike, and as of now, their union does not have any new meetings scheduled with the studios. Teo and Deirdre.
So, Mike, when can we start seeing late night shows return?
Yeah, well, right now, The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon and Late Night with Seth Meyers are expected to be back on KCR next week. However, with the actors still on strike, it might be tougher to get some guests. So look for them to turn to politicians, news figures, athletes, authors, musicians. You might wonder about the hosts themselves. Since they're also actors, they can perform because their shows are actually covered under a separate deal with the union. That's called the Network Television Code. Teo?
All right, Mike, thank you. You know, it's interesting. I'm starting to see a lot of previews for like game shows.
Yes.
You know, which don't require writers like a dramatic series would. So
yeah.
I think we're going to see a lot of that.
15 years ago, it was reality television that got the big
That's true.
explosion out of it, too.
Yeah.
It is 6:10. We know how that went.
We
More
do.
strike talk to tell you about. 2 labor unions in Nevada voted to authorize a strike, a decision that could impact dozens of Las Vegas casinos.
The Culinary Union and Local Bartenders Union represent 60,000 hospitality workers in Las Vegas and in Reno. This is a huge deal. The vote means union leaders can now call a strike, but bargaining sessions are still planned for next week. Workers are asking for better pay, a reduced workload, and quotas, among many other things. According to the unions, 40,000 members were working under an expired contract that ended earlier this month. Apparently, this would be the first strike by this group in 39 years. You got the Formula One race coming up in November. This could just cripple that. They're hosting the Super Bowl, too, after that. So who knows how long this will go if it actually does take place.
We'll see.